right. Hello, good evening, everyone. This is Terra Queen Jamila. I wanted to come by and have a discussion about Venus and how Venus has a big effect on your love life as well as your money. Okay. Um, Also, it's very important for you guys to get your chart analyzed, okay, which is you guys's birth chart, like your zodiac, like all of your entire chart, because you know you're all the entire big picture of your zodiac chart makes a huge difference. Now, I can tell you that there are a lot of people that don't know their exact time of birth, and there are also some people that don't know the day that they were born. And so that can be kind of difficult for people, especially if you are trying to get some sort of analysis when it comes to astrology. And so that, yeah, that can make it extremely difficult. That can make it extremely difficult. But I can actually do a reading and examine your different planets with the cards. So people that have that issue, you can definitely I'm trying to pull up my chat, guys, at the same time. There we go. You can literally look at a person's you can literally look at a person's cards, and because it's called like a zodiac astrology chart, like a reading. So I can look at, how certain aspects of your personality or certain aspects of your, physical existence, that's in your chart, and how it is affecting you, because it can have a huge effect on you. So let me just tell you guys how Venus is affecting you. Hold on, guys. I'm going to jump off camera real quick and talk, because I'm not going to be here that long. And I'm tired. I'm ready to go lay down. So that's what I'm about to do. But the way that Venus is affected. So let me just tell you something. If you want love for any other reason other than love, and for somebody to love you and to take care of you, then you might as well just leave it alone. Okay. So love, and when you're speaking in the context of love. Oh, baby. Oh, I got you. Hold on, guys. Sorry. There you go, honey. Oh, sorry, y'all. One of the puppies got too far away from Zelda, and he was fussing. Such a cutie pie. Okay. Anyway, um, yeah, those puppies are just really a cuteness overload. So the way that Venus affects your love life, it depends on what your Venus sign is. Now, I want to tell you this, that there are some of you that may be having issues in your love life as well as in your financial life. Okay. Both of them go hand in hand, and your Venus can affect both of them. Okay. Your Venus can affect your money as well as your financial stability. Okay, so they both go hand in hand. Love, Venus demands romantic love, period. Okay, so in this consciousness that we are in, love is not supposed to ever be considered just a thing to do or just the thing to do. This is something that's very serious and very cherished and very valued. This is why everybody wants it. And so when you look at your birth chart, and I can do a birth chart analysis for you. It's something that I really, really enjoy doing for people. All you have to do is, when you request your reading, just send in your date of birth and your time of birth and the place of birth. And that's really something that I want to start. I've started to ask for it in all of my readings. So when you guys come to me to get your personal readings, make sure that you already have your birth chart ready. And maybe you can either screenshot it and send it over to me. It tells me a lot about you and why you might be having challenges. For example, with myself, my Venus is in Taurus. So technically, I should be married right now, technically, and I am the marrying kind. However, circumstances don't necessarily lead to that thing happening. So you would think, oh, well, love should come easy. That's definitely a very good mojo to have your Venus in Taurus. Well, actually, you know what about how other people are behaving? There's a lot of people that see love and they perceive love in the wrong way. Love is romantic. Love is supposed to set you free. Love is supposed to bring good things into your life. Love is supposed to make you sing. Love is not supposed to make you feel like crap. That person that you're with is supposed to put you over and above everybody in their life. And we got people that just refuse to do it. They refuse to do what Venus wants it to do. And this is why love does not come into your life, because love demands romance for a lot. Let me tell you something. And you know what? If there is no romance, then and if it isn't the way it's supposed to do, what ends up happening? People start to get bored and they want to go and look for something else. So that's, for example, if you're in a loveless marriage, So Brianna, if your Venus is in Leo, I can tell just by you having a Venus in Leo that there's a lot of people that are attracted to you. Hey, girly, there's a lot of people that are attracted to you. Okay. And, you probably love really, really hard. The characteristics of a Leo, they're going to set really, really high expectations for the people that they are in relationships with. Also, that sign is very passionate and very noble, but you want to be careful to not skip the romance, okay? Because Leos have a tendency to be very primal. Okay, they tend to be very instinctual, and yeah, you want to do what's practical, and you want, like, nobody wants an unstable partner that can't hold down a job, that can't do any. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants that. So when you're dealing with people, you really want to take the time out to look at yourself first of all. And you know what? I think that people should require that of anybody that they're dating. Send me your date of birth and your time of birth and your city of birth. Because I think that it gives you a chance to get to know that person. And also, of course, if you're doing like a background check or something on somebody. Hold on, guys. Zelda's telling me that she needs water. Hold on, guys. I gotta get her some water. Here you go, baby. Come on. Wait a minute. You know what? I'm gonna fill this up some water. Water. Little breathing, baby. Here, you drink this in here. So you won't be slurping water while you're on my video. Oh, guys, I'm about to take myself up here and get in this warm bed, I tell you, but I just wanted to come in and talk to you guys about this real quick because if you don't have a good relationship with Venus, and some people don't, I've noticed that some people do not mesh well when it comes to love. And love is almost like, just an opportunity to take advantage of someone or an opportunity to have someone validate them. And that is so Venus will affect you either way. Hey, Nita. Hello. Venus will affect you either way. It will either affect you in a negative way or it will affect you in a positive way. And, for me, I am a hopeless romantic. I really am. And that's probably because my Venus is in Taurus. Taurus people are very romantic. You know, they enjoy family oriented things. They enjoy nice things. They enjoy nice food. They enjoy good times. You know, they enjoy, you know, life. You know, Tauruses, I actually really like Tauruses. I really get along with Tauruses very well, probably because my Venus is in Taurus. I've got a lot of Taurus and Gemini in my chart. I've got let me see. My Venus is in Taurus, and then my Mars is in Taurus as well. So I've got a lot of Taurus, a lot of Gemini. My Mercury is in Gemini. So we're looking at that. What's going to be important to me? Communication. And, you know, my Mercury being in Gemini, you know, also with my Mercury being in Gemini, you can tell that I have a very sixth sense, a very good sense of, you know, you know what I'm saying? That sixth sense, or either I'm a very good communicator. And so that means that I'm going to communicate with you whether or not you like it or not. And if you don't like what I'm saying to you, then I'm sorry. You know, I can be very blunt when it comes to my communication, but I would never, like, my Taurus in Venus and my Cancer sun balances that out, because if I'm in love with you, I'm not going to be mean or evil to you and say evil stuff to you. No. And I've noticed that there's a lot of people that are out here talking about they're looking for love or they want a relationship, but they're not quite relationship material, to be honest with you. And you know, it may have a lot to do with them not having a good understanding of themselves, because some of those signs, if you got a Venus in Sagittarius, oh my God. Okay, Sagittariuses are natural narcissists when it comes to love. They are natural narcissists when it comes to love. Okay, so Sagittariuses, for some reason, they don't get along very well with Venus. They can't be romantic, and it's intimacy. Okay, if Venus is going to affect your level of intimacy that you can have with somebody, if you're not able to open up with that person, so automatically, if your Venus is in Sagittarius, I know off top that you have issues when it comes to that. Okay, you it's been in particular commitment issues. Okay. The Venus in Cancer is very good, you know, but I will tell you that a person with a Venus in Cancer, they may be a little on the sensitive side if their Venus is in Cancer when it comes to love. And I mean real sensitive. So you just got to be on the lookout for that, because anytime, like, the Cancer represents intuition and deep emotion. So yeah, if you have a Venus in Cancer, that person is probably going to be sort of, I could see borderline masochistic, maybe even possible doormat. Okay, that I'm just, you know, so I'm just guessing, you know, different aspects of your chart though is going to affect different areas. But as far as a Cancer is concerned, Cancers make very good lovers. So if you got somebody with a Venus in Cancer, then that person is going to give you a lot of emotional support, and then also unconditional love. Okay, so it's not that that person would be a doormat, but they may even have a lot of patience. Like, I would say that a person with a Venus in Cancer can possibly be pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed by their partner, and it would take them a while to say, you know what, I've had it. Like, it would take them a while. They would put up with a lot of stuff probably if you got a Venus in Cancer. There are some people that are and I'll sit up there and I'll ask these people, like, why are you even trying to pursue a love relationship with people if you don't even like love? If it's something that makes your skin crawl, there's a lot of people that can't open up to love. They just can't do it, and it's because their Venus is messed up. Okay, and then also I will tell you that there are people that would try to steal your love energy as well. So I feel like you need to protect your Venus. And Venus represents a lot of different things, okay? Venus represents a lot when it comes to astrology and when it comes to um when it comes to life and associated with the goddess Venus, okay? The goddess Venus is actually Aphrodite. Obviously, I think that either Venus, somebody came first, but Venus is related to the goddess of love, okay, which is Aphrodite. So it's also about your grace and your charm. For me, I am really, really in to people that can be graceful, and I like people that are charming. I like people that I don't, I've had really a dirty mouth the past few years. I actually don't even like to use all those curse words. You know what I'm saying? I just like to behave in a manner to where I would be proud of my own behavior. And when it comes to love, you know, I I would not settle for anything less. I know personally for me, I'm not going to settle for anything less than what is considered to be romantic love. Okay. And so, being that my Venus is in Taurus, then, you know, love and money is going to be sort of the main aspect of our lives. You know what I'm saying? And so, um, I feel personally that there are some people that like to steal energy. So people may know, what your energy consists of if you have a really good relationship with Venus, or with, just with yourself and with people, then they will try to throw you off. They will. They'll try to throw you off. They'll try to your path. Okay. So get get the chart analysis and get it, get your your stuff read, by somebody that is experienced. So Venus is related to your love and attraction. And let's say somebody puts a hex on you so that your love life could not be worth anything. Okay. So that's going to affect the people that are attracted to you if you have something like that on you. Okay. People can try to affect your planets. I've noticed that. For example, if you're somebody that should be an excellent communicator, let's say that your Mercury, which represents the mind and communication. Let's say that your Mercury is in Aquarius. You should be an excellent communicator. If you're not, and then something's going on, then there may be another aspect affecting yourself. But, in my opinion, all of the planets are definitely relative to the chakra system. And, I feel like the different planets definitely do affect the chakra system. For example, Venus is going to affect your fertility. Venus is going to affect your sensuality. Venus is going to affect your sacral chakra as well as your heart chakra. So you need to be careful with that, and people need to be careful with the words that come out of your mouth. And when you say, "Oh, fuck love, I don't want nobody to love," you putting a curse on yourself. Ooh, Lord, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Let's banish that. I don't even like that I even said that. Don't ever say that. Like that's that. Because let me tell you something. Nobody should accept being alone. Okay. If you guys are tired of being alone, and because I'm just gonna tell you that I love you ladies, I love the female power. Okay, hello, but pretty soon I am gonna be booed up. For real. I don't think I'm going to do it while I'm in this house because the energy is so negatively affected. In fact, I've actually seen people do certain things to try, and I've had to continuously, it's kind of like I'm a little out of, I don't want to say that I'm out of my element or whatever, but the situation, like no privacy or whatever in this house. And so it's just, but for you guys, it's important for you to start working on that now, because I've actually been working on this, definitely at least for like definitely for the past several months. Okay, since May or June. I've been working on removing some things that were placed around my love life and placed around my Venus. And then, things that were affecting, it never really affected my love life as far as how much I love myself, but it had an effect on, other people. And that's because I had to do, uh-oh, where's the baby? That's because I had to do my own personal work. Oh, what are you fussing about, little baby puppy? Okay, guys. So, like I said, make sure that you take a look at a lot of the stuff. Also, another thing that can affect your love life, your entire chart affects your love life, but it's really important for you to know what that is. And so, I think also your Lilith sign is going to really greatly affect your love life. Okay, so I have a Lilith in Gemini. Okay, so that means what it means. Okay, I got a lot of Gemini in my chart, and I always tell people that I can be either or. I can either be happy or I can either be sad. I can either be very patient or sometimes I can be impatient. I mean, everybody, you know, everybody has their little thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got a lot of Gemini in my chart. So Gemini people typically are very deep thinkers. So and then also being that I got my Mercury in Gemini, it's really important for you to respect my mind, and to not be disrespectful. First of all, disrespect when it comes to love, that don't mix. So a lot of y'all that feel like because you're in your 30s and 40s that you ended up alone. But to be honest with you, it was the energy that you were allowing to affect your life, and hanging around a bunch of negative people. Let me tell you something. If you want to get married and you want a life, hang around with people that are doing that. Hang around with people that are, at the same place that you're at, or hang around with people. Don't be around people that's real negative and they don't really have an understanding, because those people can rub off on you too. Those people can really, really rub off on you and have a negative effect on you. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to romantic lovers, it's the lovers and nobody else really matters. And to be honest with you, sometimes it don't even matter how many lovers there are, as long as they are being treated kindly. And for me, if you're not a romantic person, I don't even want to hear it. I don't even want to hear it. I can't do it, because I love love and I love romance, and I love somebody that is willing to, do what they have to do to see a smile on my face. And I definitely wouldn't be with somebody that's being negative and telling me that I'm too old for them and this and that. No. And see, this person will look up, people like that will look up and they'll say, what's wrong with my love life? And it's like, well, you're not the best lover. You know what I'm saying? And so this is one of the reasons why I have a hard time getting away from my exes, because I'm a very good lover. And it doesn't even really have to do with the actual act of having sex, but it's more so the energy behind, caring for that person and wanting to make them feel their best. Okay. And then also taking them to new heights in the bedroom. It ain't even necessarily about all of that. Like your sex, like to me, and like I can't have sex without some kind of something. It's got to be some kind of romance. You know, it's got to be some kind of walk in the park, or, you know, some kind of nice gesture that you did for me. You know, maybe you invited me over and you had like, um, maybe you came and picked me up and you took me to your house for dinner, and you know we sat out in front of the fireplace and I got a massage in front of the fireplace while listening to jazz. That is my ideal of a date, not going to the Motel 6. Okay, I mean sometimes it will get crucial like that, and you can be romantic at the Motel 6. Sometimes you just need to go get a room. So that's not to say that, you know, but I'm talking about in the sense of, you know, we're going to meet up and we're going to be real drunk, you know, and we're going to, you know, we're going to try to avoid actually connecting with each other. That's not what I'm looking for. And what I don't understand is all of these people that are being with people that, like, why would you be attempting to be in a relationship with somebody that you're not attracted to? Could it be because, and if you're in a relationship with somebody like for their money or just for financial stability, then you're going to always have issues in your love life, and you're going to have issues in that relationship. Love is not about money either. It isn't. You know, if you have the ability to do well in life, then yeah. You know, for me, again, Taurus, Venus, I do require financial stability. I require it. And financial stability don't just have to come from money. From, you know, it can come from somebody being smart and not blowing their money. And you know what I'm saying? So I've never I've never enjoyed connections with people when it comes to love, you know, that had that financial insecurity thing going on. Because financial security is connected with your solar plexus. So, you know, and if you don't have it, you don't have it. More than likely, you're not. More than likely, if you lack money, though, you're gonna lack the skills in the bedroom, because again, Venus is actually associated with your sensuality, your beauty, your grace, your charm. Okay, and nobody wants to date a frog. You know, people want to date Prince Charming, or, you know, Princess Leia. They, you know, or not Princess Leia, Princess, you know, Princess, you know, whoever, Princess Jamila, or, you know, people don't want to do that, you know, unless they're up to no good or something, or unless they're headed for self-destruction. So, you know, if you are a person that's sitting up there and you're wondering, well, why am I lonely, and why is it that people don't ever stick by me? Because you blew it. You kept blowing it. You kept, you know, causing all this friction, and you know, and I mean, personally, I do feel as though there are a lot of people that would be willing to forgive and move forward if somebody did something like that. But you know what? Let me tell you something. When it comes to love, I have seen many of people be just totally in love with somebody, and they violate that person, like that person does something to violate them, and they never can look at them the same. So you supposed to make that love and romance last forever. You ain't supposed to be running around here talking about you gonna kill somebody, and you know somebody is a bitch and somebody is a skank. You ain't supposed to be doing that. That don't have no place when it comes to love. That's more like big pimping. That's more like if somebody's pimping somebody, and we don't do that over here. We don't treat people like that. We don't pimp people over here. We don't. Not in that way. Not when it comes to love. Because let me tell you something. We were, you know, our private areas were made to procreate, but they were meant to be used for something. That's why you have pleasure coming in down there. Okay. It wasn't just meant for you to have babies out of there. If that were the case, then we would just suddenly end up pregnant. See, and then when you conceive a child, all that love and that energy from that conception, that goes into that baby also. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to come and speak to you guys about that real quick. I am ready to go and chill out and lay down and watch me some Netflix. I love you guys. Love and light to all of you. And if you guys want to know more about what I am talking about, because you can't get in a relationship with somebody, especially if it's a mother of a person with kids and you're attacking their kids. That's not romantic. That's the opposite of romance. Okay, that's trashy behavior. And nobody's going to consider you to be a romantic partner. And you know what, to be honest with you, I've set up here, I'm pretty sure that, some of the, like I said, I'm not going to go into anything too personal or whatever, but I can tell you that there are a lot of people that have no idea what they are doing when it comes to obtaining love and when it comes to keeping love in their life. And I'm here to tell you that sitting around waiting on somebody for years and years, that ain't gonna cut it either. You need to find out if that person is actually gonna come back to you. So there's a lot of people that, they're stuck on this. Is this person going to come back to me? So I've been noticing that, and I'm telling you something, maybe they will, if it's meant to be, they'll find you. But in the meantime, you really need to focus on living life and being social. Your social life, your Venus is affected. It affects your social life as well. Okay, it's very important to be social, especially especially in the field that I'm in. So, it's the way that it is in the world. And if you lack those social skills, or if you lack, the ability to let your hair down and just have a good time and chill out and relax, it's like there's a lot of people that are just way too uptight these days as well. And you're trying to date people. You're not going to a funeral. You're going to be dating people, So why and nobody wants to date anybody that's doom and gloom either. Okay, nobody wants to deal with that either. That means that there's something going on with you that you need to deal with or correct. Because why can't you be free to just live in love and not worry about all of those worries and worrying and stuff? That's not good. Okay, so and not only that, if you have those things balanced out, because being that my Taurus is in Venus, I'm very solid when it comes to that as well. Okay, so when it comes to relationships, I am very loyal and I expect loyalty in return as well. So there's a lot of people that don't need loyalty. They don't need trust. They don't need respect. They don't care. There's some people that don't require those things, and then there's some people that do. Don't expect for people that require that to compromise themselves for you, ever. So, if you guys need to reach me, the link is below. Again, make sure that you get those analysis, and, I can look into that for you guys, because I've noticed that since I have started to educate myself on this stuff, that, my social life and my love life has really started to open up a whole lot. And, it's not that I didn't have one to begin with, but since I was a single mom for years, and, I had decided to go ahead and, not deal with any relationships, which in my opinion was a mistake, but I did it and I can't go back and change it. I'm not going to suggest for you to do that. I'm not going to say to you, well, just go celibate and just be alone. I'm not going to ever suggest that to you. So that, again, that's how you can tell that I'm your friend. I ain't about to sit up here and encourage you to be alone and to not trust nobody. There's always somebody out there for everybody. But if your Venus is being blocked, They not going to find their way to you. They not. And you know what? You're going to keep coming back being unfulfilled because, you know, why would you even be in this constellation if that's not what you want? Okay. Our planets that are in our solar system, those are greatly affecting us every single day and every single minute. So the education is there for you guys. And I know that it is definitely, especially when because, you know, and let me just tell y'all this as well. Black magic can affect your Venus as well. So if you got a Venus sign, like if you got something like a Pisces as your Venus sign, you know, or if you got something that's extremely romantic, like a romantic lover, you know, a love sign, then obviously there's something going wrong with that you need to get analyzed. So, you know, that tells me a lot. I always do. If you guys want like a general overhaul reading, just let me know. I always do the birth chart for you guys. I do a chakra reading and just some other readings that I do. It just depends on what the spirit takes me to. Okay. And then also life path, because some of y'all have a certain life path that you're kind of ignoring. Like I've noticed that a lot, in particular with my people that are supposed to be giving people spiritual counseling, or either because like there's people that are in their 20s that would never imagine. Hold on, guys. There's people. There's people that would never. I forgot what I was going to say, guys. So I'm with that. I'm going to go because I am tired, sleepy. Y'all got my point though. Okay. So anyway, gotta go. Love and light.